Very tragic news coming in of a teenage gunman who's killed 19 young children in a shooting at an elementary school in Texas on Tuesday. The 18-year-old gunman was believed to have shot his grandmother before heading to the Robb Elementary School at around noon, abandoning his vehicle and entering with a handgun and possibly also a rifle. The governor said the suspect, whom has been named as Salvador Ramos, a local resident, was involved in the shootout, is believed to be responding to the officers. They have happened to kill him as well. The death toll includes 2 teachers and the assailant himself, as well as 19 young children. The deadliest shooting at a U.S. grade school since a gunman killed 20 children and 6 adults at the Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut almost a decade ago. And it came just about 10 days after a gunman in body armor killed 10 black shoppers and workers at a supermarket in Buffalo. Now, this is what was being called as a racist attack which happened in Buffalo, while President Joe Biden has reacted to the attack on the little children, saying it's time to turn this pain into action for every parent, for every citizen in the country, asking when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby.
As of now, we're still working on this active investigation. Once we're able to provide information to the families, we will do so. First and foremost, obviously, our priorities is to get information to our families and give them some information. So please bear with us in regards to that. Secondly, once we do get some information that we can release to the public, we will be doing that. So please know once we do get some information, we will share that with you and call another press conference. Let me assure you, the intruder is deceased, and we are not actively looking for another individual or any other suspects in this case. We definitely ask you all to keep the families that are involved in your prayers.
As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done? It's been 3,448 days, 10 years since I stood up at a high school in Connecticut, a grade school in Connecticut, where another gunman massacred 26 people, including 20 first graders at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Since then, there have been over 900 incidents of gunfires reported on school grounds. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Santa Fe High School in Texas. Oxford High School in Michigan. The list goes on, and the list grows when it includes mass shootings at places like movie theaters, houses of worship, as we saw just 10 days ago at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York. I am sick and tired of it. We have to act. And don't tell me we can't have an impact on this carnage.
President Joe Biden there delivering an emotional call for new restrictions on firearms after a gunman opened fire at a Texas elementary school, killing 19 children. The President of the United States is asking when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby. While the senator in Connecticut, Chris Murphy, who hails from the state where 26 people were killed way back in 2012, that attack at the Sandy Hook Elementary School, took to the floor of the U.S. Senate on Tuesday to accuse his colleagues of not doing enough to prevent school shootings.
14 kids dead in an elementary school in Texas right now. What are we doing? What are we doing? Just days after a shooter walked into a grocery store to gun down African American patrons, we have another Sandy Hook on our hands. What are we doing? There have been more mass shootings than days in the year. Our kids are living in fear every single time they set foot in the classroom because they think they're going to be next. What are we doing? Why do you spend all this time running for the United States Senate